following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Eva Gabor, Martin Landau, Barbara Bain, Charlie Weaver, Steve Rossi, Wally Cox, Rosemary, Morey Amsterdam, and Marty Allen, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here is the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Welcome to the Hollywood Squares Nighttime Edition, and hello, stars.
Hi, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Welcome this Friday Eve. We have so many good friends with us tonight, and that should make for fun, I'll tell you. You know our stars? This is the players. First of all, Judy Linsky is our Miss Circle. I understand you're a housewife married to a plant engineer.
Yes.
And you have children?
I have a little boy, 6 months old.
Could you talk up just a little?
I have a little boy, 6 months old.
So he can hear you.
He can't talk very well.
Oh, he can't? Well, he can listen. Anyway, good luck on our show, Judy.
Thank you.
And this gentleman, Mr. X, is Tom Henn from Tucson, Arizona. He just graduated college and is going into manufacturing. Of what, sir?
Parts of AC spark plugs.
Of spark plugs. All right, sir. Good luck to you this evening. And we'll get to our game in just a second and play our first round of Hollywood Squares right after this. The object for Judy and Tom is to get 3 stars in a row, either across, up and down, or diagonally. Now, it's up to them to figure out if a star is giving a correct answer or making one up. That's how they get the squares. The game is worth $400, or rather $300. I just upped it 100, below it 100. In addition, in our first 2 games, we play for the secret square, and if one of our contestants picks the secret square and is correct, this is the prize they will receive in round 1. Kenny Williams, tell us about it.
The vacation of your life. You'll jet nonstop to fabulous Miami, then on to the Caribbean on Florida's own airline. National flies coast to coast to coast. And it's a 2-week vacation for 2, starting at the Holiday Inn of Puerto Rico, land of snow-white beaches and exciting nightlife. Then on to the Holiday Inn to the Grand Bahama Island for leisure and relaxed atmosphere of the West Indies. Both Holiday Inns feature gourmet dining and air-conditioned rooms. That's it, Peter.
It's very exciting, Kenny. We'll show them the home audience our secret square for today's special prize. I understand, Tom, that you won the toss backstage. That means you will start the round. Good luck to both of you, and pick a star. Tom Henn.
Okay, I think I'll go with Morey Amsterdam.
Oh, what a nice way to start the show.
Say, Morey, finish this famous line of poetry. Music hath charms to soothe what?
That was said by a fellow I think named Shakespeare. I don't hang around with him too much anymore. But I remember he used to say things like, music hath charms to soothe the savage breast.
I'll agree with him.
He is right. A good start. Put an X right there. Judy?
Steve Rossi.
Steve. Hey, he has his love beads on this evening.
My little love beads.
If you were cast in the familiar role of Officer Krupke, you'd be in what hit show?
Let's see, Officer Krupke of Bernstein's West Side Story.
I disagree.
Oh, Officer Krupke. When you are wrong, your opponent gets the square. That means we put an X right where Steve is sitting. Tom?
I'll go with Wally Cox.
Where would you be most likely to find climbing Clematis?
Right now, you'd be most likely to find him in jail. Climbing Joe Clematis, famous jewel thief who is so proud of his climbing abilities that he never performed a burglary on the first floor.
You got a laugh from the audience. He says he's a very famous second-story man. How do you feel about that? Climbing Clematis.
I'll have to disagree with him.
You'd find him in the garden. It's a common flower. Oh. Put an X up there. Disagree. Climbing Joe Clematis. Judy, where's that secret square?
Barbara Bain.
Barbara Bain is not our secret square, but she sure is pretty this evening, I'll tell you. This Vassar graduate is a world traveler and critic, as well as the best-selling author of The Company She Keeps and the group. Who is she?
Mary McCarthy.
I agree.
She is right. You have it circled finally. All right now. Tom, you can go for the win, $300, or you can go for the secret square, or Rosemary is also a win. You're going to play strategy and go for that secret square or for the $300. It's up to you, sir.
Boy. Let's go with Charlie Weaver.
For the win.
I hear no bell.
Oh, an interesting question here.
I'm a Nobel winner.
You daffy fellow. Say, Big Chuck,
Yeah.
Tommy Smothers and President George Washington share a common, outstanding physical trait that's very noticeable and unique. What is it?
They both have wooden teeth. No, the termites get in. It's miserable. There's only another person I knew that had this, that I knew personally. That was Gracie Allen. And this is different colored eyes. I worked with the Smothers Brothers, and this always shook me about color, you know?
Interesting story. How do you feel about it?
I'll agree with you.
You'll agree? Each was born with multi-colored eyes. One blue, one green. Interesting. X gets the score and $300. Say, by the way, I was just informed, Martin Landau from Mission Impossible, you were the secret square, and the secret square was not won. So, in our next game, we'll add the trip to the new prize. You could win them both. And, by the way, you have $300, which is very important, because the most cash won during the show gets a special bonus prize. We'll see that later. Now let's begin round two. This is the prize for this secret square. Kenny?
It's a new 1968 Oldsmobile S-Coupe.
Wow.
Young mobile action, handsomely styled. The Oldsmobile Cutlass with jetaway automatic transmission, white walls, and radio. Plus that vacation in the West Indies and Puerto Rico.
Well, listen, all I can say is I hope somebody wins them. I really do. Judy, you will start this round. Pick a star. Oh, we have to show our home audience the secret square. I'm sorry. Okay.
We don't get to see.
We don't get to see that. No, that wouldn't be fair, would it?
No.
All right, Judy.
Okay. Oh, Wally Cox.
In what musical does one man nearly lose his sweetheart to a traveling con man, another give up all his worldly possessions for the woman he loves, and the whole thing winds up with a murder on stage?
Carousel. I remember it well.
Carousel. He remembers it well. You disagree? That's good because it's Oklahoma. Circle gets the square. All right, Tom. Eva Gabor. You look so lovely, Eva. Listen, true or false, according to law, a marriage can be annulled if both parties declare they considered the ceremony a joke at the time it was performed.
It all depends how long they've been married, because if they've been married 9 months, they shouldn't annul it. But I think that it can be annulled.
You say it is true?
It is true.
I'll agree with him.
Would you believe it's true? That's why I didn't know that. Put an X right there. Very good, Judy. Secret square. Pardon?
Charlie Weaver.
Charlie Weaver.
Why didn't somebody tell me that?
There are two debts that can't be nullified by going bankrupt. One is back taxes. Name the other.
Being a two-time loser, the other is alimony.
I agree.
He's right. Put a circle right there. Now, strategy time for you, Tom. Steve Rossi to block up and down. How many children does Senator Robert Kennedy have?
Well, let me see. As of last night, I think he has 7 children, and I think he's considered the father of the year, or the father of our country.
I'll agree with him.
He has 10. Yes, circle does not get the square. That would give you 3 in a row. The third one you must earn yourself. We know that Steve is not the secret square. So are you going for the $300 or for that car, the trip, the vacation? It's either Barbara, Martin, Marty Allen, Roe, or Morey. So go.
Rosemary.
All right, playing strategy time. Very interesting. She is not our secret square. See, in 1914, a new dance was introduced to America that became so controversial that it was barred from college campuses, and ministers preached against it as immoral. We do it today, though, Ro. What dance was it?
Why do you ask me a question about 1914?
Golly, I don't know, Ro. No offense.
Oh, all right. That was immoral?
Uh-huh. Well, they preached that it was immoral.
That couldn't have been the bunny hug. Couldn't have been the black bottom. That we do today. It would have to be, I guess the tango. Tango. 1914. Tango.
Oh, dear. I'll agree.
Yum, 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 yum. Put the circle right there. She's right. Okay. Tom, you tried to block the speed. He's not the secret square.
Let's go with Barbara Bain.
Barbara Bain. He's not going to block with Morey. He doesn't feel that Morey's our secret square, and Barbara isn't either. Very interesting game. According to Brides magazine, in the majority of marriages, who does the greatest amount of compromising, the man or the woman?
Well, I'm sure they would each say they do, but I think the man.
The man?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that, John?
Where'd they get the information?
According to Brides magazine.
I'll agree with her.
The woman compromises more than the man.
Here, here.
And Judy said, that's right, and you are right. Put a circle right there. Now, how you gonna go? You can go for the win with Morey, the win with Marty.
Marty Allen.
Marty Allen, right in the center for the win, is not the secret square. It's either Morey or Martin Landau. Interesting. In the spiritual Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, in the line, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? What did I see?
3 Israeli tanks.
Coming after me. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the answer?
I don't think so, no. But it was a good answer.
Oh, I got so emotional and shook up. What was the spiritual?
I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? What did I see?
I saw, and they weren't dressed properly, but it was a band of angels.
For $300.
I agree.
A band of angels. Tom just asked me, and I was just informed. He could have gone to the block with Morey Amsterdam, did not feel Morey was our secret square, and Morey, you were the secret square. And we'll be back with more of Hollywood Squares right after this word. By the way, if a show should end in the middle of a game, we'll give our players $50 for each square they have on the board, which is very important because it will count toward their cash total and the big bonus prize at the end of the show. Round 3. You will start this round, Mr. X. Tom Hen.
I'll go with Morey again.
Now.
I know it.
From what country did the raft, the Kon-Tiki, sail on its famous voyage?
Kon-Tiki. Sounds like it might have come from Pango, one of those places, but I'm sure it didn't. It came from South America.
What country?
Brazil.
Brazil?
Mm-hmm.
I'll disagree.
Peru. Very good, though, Morey. I wouldn't have known that.
South America.
He disagreed. Put the X up there. Judy? Steve Rossi? Steve, who is the subject of the current best-selling biography, The Bashful Billionaire?
The Bashful Billionaire? The guy who owns Vegas now, Howard Hughes.
That's right.
Yes,
Howard
right.
Hughes.
Circle there. Tom? Barbara Bain. Barbara, the theme song of the old Green Hornet show was The Flight of the Bumblebee. Who composed the music?
That was Rimsky-Korsakov.
I didn't hear.
Rimsky-Korsakov.
I'll disagree.
It was Nicholas Rimsky-Korsakov. Circle gets the square. She's right.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them, yes. Wally? All right. Wally, can you catch a cold from your dog?
Only if you kiss.
Not anymore. I don't have my dog. You know.
Well, if you had your dog.
Oh, I believe all you can catch from a dog is distemper. No, you can't catch a cold from a dog because he doesn't have one.
I agree.
Now, you agree? It's very unusual, but you can. X gets the square.
He probably had a hot dog. You get that from a cold dog.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
We'll go with Rosemary.
Rosemary to win, $600. This famous Apache Indian chief has not only been the subject of many motion pictures, including Broken Arrow, but there is even a county in Arizona that bears his name. Who is he?
Very easy. Very simple. It was played by Jeff Chandler, rest his soul. It was Cochise.
I agree.
X gets the square. You sure have some chips in your wallet. That's a pretty good night's work so far. The board is clear. Let us clear the board and pick a star.
Martin Landau.
Marty Landau. I thought we'd never get to you this evening, Martin.
Hi.
Our friend from Mission Impossible. Say, when the first official American flag was raised on January 1st, 1776, how many stars did it have?
Well, let's see. Betsy Ross and all that. 13.
Oh, dear. I'll agree.
It had none. There was a British Union Jack in the upper left-hand corner. That shows you how much they knew. X gets the square. Tom.
We'll go with Rosemary again.
What a good thing now, you know.
What did the Burtons name the million-dollar jet airplane Elizabeth Taylor received as a present from her husband?
Oh, yeah.
Money bag.
Yeah. No, it was the Dicky Bird.
Okay.
The question was again, I'm sorry.
Yes, the Dicky Bird. Did you hear the question?
What was the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did
Heard
the
the
Burtons
answer.
name the million-dollar jet airplane Elizabeth Taylor received as a present from her husband?
I'll agree with her.
It's a lovely name, but it was the Elizabeth. Circle gets the square. Turnabout fair play, Judy. The Dicky Bird.
Dicky Bird.
Marty Allen.
Pardon me?
Marty Allen.
Marty,
Looks
No,
like a
it's
Dicky
called
Bird.
Elizabeth.
Newspapers a short time ago carried the story of the launching of a giant ship, the world's largest oil tanker. To what country does it belong?
Well, if you turn it over, it'll say made in Japan. But in the ego of the countries around the world, there's only one country that would want to have anything bigger than the United States. And that would have to be Russia, because the Russian tried to outdo us in everything possibly, so it would be
You
Russia.
said Russia. Right or wrong?
I'll disagree.
You turn it over, it says Japan. It is Japan. That's why it says Japan. Circle gets the square. You disagree, Judy.
Barbara Bain.
Barbara Bain, the block up and down. Barbara, Venice has so many canals because it is located on the sea. On what sea was the city of Venice built?
It was built on the Adriatic Sea.
Agree.
Last time I looked, yes, it was the Adriatic. Put an X right there. All right, take a start, Judy Linsky, our housewife.
Charlie Weaver.
Charlie Weaver to block from left to right. Left to right.
Left to right?
Left to white. I was going to say Weaver, and I came out white.
Yes, Dicky Bird.
All right.
Charlie Reaper.
What literary heroine recently portrayed by a famous screen star was born in Old Bailey, you know the jail?
Yeah.
Was 5 years a harlot, 5 years a wife, 12 years a thief, and 8 years a convict in Virginia?
I was going to say Elsie Crack, but she's never been in Virginia. Literary figure, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fanny Hill.
For the block. You concur?
Okay.
It was a movie starring Kim Novak, Moll Flanders. X does not get the square that would give you 3 in a row. The third one you must earn yourself. You'll have that opportunity right now.
We'll go with Charlie Weaver.
What was Stonewall Jackson's first name?
Stonewall Jackson's first name was Thomas.
I disagree.
Thomas Stonewall Jackson. Circle gets the square. Catch-up time, Judy Linsky.
I'll take Morey, Amsterdam.
To win diagonally.
Yeah, I went with a girl once who had one red eye and one green eye. I didn't know whether to stop or go ahead.
What'd you do, Morey?
I'm just thinking about those 2 colored eyes from Flo today.
Yes, I figured that, boy. Yeah. Doris Day is shipwrecked on a desert island for 5 years, all right? She comes back just in time for her husband's wedding. Jim Garner is the husband, Polly Bergen the bride. Name the film.
Well, it's a little difficult because I didn't see it. Surprise Wedding.
I disagree.
As a remake, I believe, of My Favorite Husband. Move over, darling. Circle gets the square, and we have a tie game, $600 apiece. Very, very good, Judy. And our music is late again. Okay, now. This is sort of the rubber game, I guess. Clear the board, and Mr. X will start the round. Am I right in assuming that? Good.
Right, we'll go with Morey again.
Incidentally, I made up that name. It'd be a good title for a picture, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Maybe
the play...
for Eddie Fisher.
Surprise wedding, yes. In the play Cyrano de Bergerac, Cyrano had a girlfriend. What was her name?
The beautiful Roxanne.
I'll agree.
He's right. Put an X there. Judy Linsky.
Rossi, my favorite.
According to ancient Greeks, those famous women, the Amazons, devoted their lives to two things. One was hunting. What was the other?
Oh, they should never ask him.
Well, let me see. Fooling around. No, fishing. Fishing and fooling around.
He says hunting and fishing.
I disagree.
Hunting and war. Put a circle right there. Tom?
We'll go with Martin Landau.
Wally Landau. According to recent studies, do you remember him? Recent studies?
Very well.
Does wearing perfume really make a woman more desirable to men?
Yeah, well, more so than the other way around, yeah. Yes, I would say so.
I'll disagree.
Certain perfumes are definitely stimulating, according to a study at the University of California. It must have been a fun study. It is yes, you did not agree, and circle gets the square.
They got a new perfume out now that's driving the women crazy.
What's it
Smells
called?
like money.
I was going to give you a straight line.
I didn't want it.
I'm sorry, Morey. Okay, Judy.
Eva Gabor.
Eva from Green Acres. How far must a car travel to win the famous Indianapolis race?
500 miles?
I'll disagree.
That's why it's called the 500-mile Indianapolis. Yes, right. X gets the square. That's wild.
Wally Cox.
Wally, true or false, there is absolutely no weather on the moon.
Well, there will be when we get there, but
Weather?
according to the latest forecast, there'll be no weather tonight and tomorrow. The outlook is for no weather for quite a while, as has been moon tradition.
Wally said it is true.
I'll agree.
There is absolutely no weather on the moon, and you'll put an X there, and we have a message for our viewers. We'll be back with more at Hollywood Squares in just a moment. Don't go away. Well, Judy, Tom, nobody won our Secret Squares this evening, which is kind of sad. We always like to give away the cars and the trips, but we have good news for both of you. First of all, Judy, you won 2 games, 2 squares in the final game for a cash total of $700, and that's kind of nice, isn't it? Congratulations to you. Tom, you won no Secret Square, but 2 games and 3 squares in the final game for a cash total of $750. And you are the big winner, and here's your bonus prize. Listen, it's exciting.
Yes, place 50 record albums in the amazing Seaberg phonograph. Then never touch them again. Just dial selections at the phonograph or anywhere in the house. That's it, Peter.
Well, that's been a fun evening for me. I certainly hope you viewers have enjoyed it. Good luck to both of you, and congratulations, Judy and Tom. Players, thank you very much for making this a fun evening for me. I hope our viewers enjoyed it. And don't miss the Hollywood Squares next Friday night. Also a good time at 11:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Central Time. Goodbye. Peter Marshall saying, have a good weekend. Thank you.
As a member of the show, each contestant will receive a home version of the Hollywood Squares game. Our reference source for questions and answers, the 20-volume 1968 edition of the World Book Encyclopedia, containing more than 12,000 pages, representing the work of 2,500 consultants and contributors.
A Jackson Pollock painting once sold for $10.5 million. A Picasso self-portrait was bought for over $43 million. A Japanese businessman paid $82.5 million for a Van Gogh. Tim drew this and won $5 grand.
It pays to be an artist. Win, lose, or draw, weekdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
This program has been pre-recorded.